4 or 5. He may even end with 6. You never know. But they will always say he lost to the GOAT, to the true GOAT. And that's going to always be on his loss column when it comes to Super Bowls. And so I feel like that in that regard, he cannot go past Brady when it comes to GOAT status, just in that regard. So go ahead.
Yeah, I think he's a great player. We say a Hall of Fame and everything. I don't think he will ever surpass Brady. He's not going to get GOAT status. I think it definitely put a damper on him even being in a conversation anymore. I think it's okay to just call someone an all-time great. He doesn't have to take Brady's place. He can't take Brady's place, because even if you switch their roles, I don't think that Mahomes could take a team like the Bucks, like Brady did, and do what he did with it. And so that's how I kind of come to my decision of it. I just don't think he's that great. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great quarterback. I think he does what he needs to do. I don't think that he has that thing. He's missing something that Brady has, and I think that's the problem. Even in the game, Steve mentioned he did his crazy throws. He's gifted. He has a gifted arm, but he even struggled a little getting the ball in the zone. I just, it's just those things for me that when the pressure is on and when it counts to go get that ring, he just doesn't show up. I think it does mess up his chances. I think that I don't even think he should really be in the discussion like that. I think people are just tired of Tom Brady winning.
That's all it was.
I think we want Brady out of there, so we want Mahomes. And because he's one of the greats right now, he's just the name to throw out there.
Mm-hmm. I guess I can agree with that. Because sometimes, you will get tired of certain people, Sean. You get tired of certain people.
Say that. I wish you had said that before the Super Bowl. I would have given you a pass. I would have gave you a pass because you got your emotions involved. I'd have gave you a pass, but because you did not say that at first, I'm not giving you no pass for that.
Man,
I can't give you that.
I can't lie, man. I gotta give him his credit. Yeah. He made it through. He beat literally my favorite 3 quarterbacks. Yeah. He beat Drew Brees. He beat the MVP Aaron Rodgers, that bad man in Green Bay. Then he topped it off with Mahomes. So I gotta give it to him. He literally dethroned all my cats. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So man, congratulations to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers on this win. They did their thing. Leonard Fournette was getting good yardage. Gronk showed up. He got him 2 TDs. Something that you said he wasn't going to do.
I never said he wouldn't get 2 TDs. I never said that. We never discussed that.
We gonna roll the tape back in a few months. I'm gonna let you have your shine.
I mean, because
your boy won.
You're right, but Travis also had a good game. 133 yards as well, 10 receptions. So I mean, they both had a great game that we expected to be this lopsided as far as score wise. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. But they both played a heck of a game.
They did. Man, Kelsey stepped up. I want to stay football. And we gonna move on because I know y'all want to move on to basketball. I know y'all do.
I don't.
We gonna talk the NFL power rankings. The NFL came out with the power rankings a few days ago, and in my shocking, the Chiefs was number 1, the Bills was number 2, the Packers, of course, was number 3, and the Bucks, the already the defending Super Bowl champions, they just won, are number 4. They pushed them all the way down, man. And how do y'all feel about that list? Now, I feel like if I'm Brady, if I was in Brady's shoes, I feel like if I was Brady, I'm going to retire and go off in the sunset right now. He got number 7. 7, that's a complete career. 7 out of 10, you can't beat that, man. You can't beat that. Great guy. I'll go off in the sunset. Let Mahomes them fight for this next championship. But they kind of disrespected the Buccaneers. How you feel, Sean?
Man, they definitely disrespected the Buccaneers. Number 4, I mean, I understand they put them top 5, but not even top 3. First of all, that's highly disrespectful. Number 1, it's too early to tell. You just seen what Mahomes just did in the Super Bowl. So how is the Buccaneers already in 4th when it comes to the power rankings? Because not only that, they're going to get better. Yeah. They got a lot of draft pieces that they're about to go get. They got people like Odell talking about he wants to play with Tom Brady now. So I mean, everybody wants to play with the GOAT. So I mean, hey, I guess you can say it's the LeBron effect. I say that. I concede to that. But what I will say is That's highly disrespectful. The fact that the Buccaneers is already that low, and then Green Bay is already at what, 3? Like Green Bay, I just don't agree with this list. It's very disrespectful in this instance, because now what you're saying is it's almost like Tom Brady has to yet again play with another chip on his shoulder. Like I think he actually enjoys it though. He likes it though because people count him out, and so it gives him a drive, man. So I love it. I love it though. I mean, I'm cool. I don't agree with the list, no, but as far as motivation for Brady, I'm cool with it.
How you feeling, Shatoi?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's pretty accurate with the list, even though those wouldn't be my particular choices. I think it's accurate, and I understand why. The Chiefs, they have great regular season games. Mahomes, I've talked a little smack, but he plays great in the regular season, so it shouldn't be a problem. They're gonna stay where they're at. I would actually put the Packers at number 1. I believe they were the number 1 seed, and so I will put them up there. I understand putting the Bucks down because even though they won the championship, you know, it's still not such a great team all around. If you just go by team-wise, I think pressure-wise, we know Tom Brady is going to bring it home. So that's why if they make it to a championship, we know Tom Brady, they're going to win. But when you're talking about regular season, they're going to lose a few games. It's going to be some issues there as to where these other teams have great regular seasons, almost no losses or 1 loss.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I think I like the list. I like the list too, Sean. Of course I do though.
Yeah.
I think A-Rod should have been number 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Over Mahomes.
Yes.
The reason though is they're in the easy division. He gonna beat the Lions, the Bears, and the Vikings.
But that's only 4 or 5 games with a year.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's an automatic 5.
But Aaron Rodgers really didn't play anybody though.
He
didn't play. He didn't play nobody this year for real.
We hoping for that same schedule.
Right.
Next year.
That's what
That's the thing.
And they'll be there.
I don't want to play nobody next year, so he can be there.
If Tom Brady and the Buccaneers had the same schedule Green Bay had, Tom Brady probably would have won 15-1.
No.
Yes,
not at all.
absolutely.
14-2.
No. If he had that same exact list, I promise you he would have probably had 14. 14-2, that's still number 1.
That's good. That's good.
One.
Man, look, man, we got to move. We got to go basketball. The NFL season over. I don't want to hear nothing else about the NFL. I'm closing it right now. So, Nicole, when you get back, don't bring up no Mahomes, Brady, none of them guys. I don't want to hear nothing else about them, man. We got to move on, though. It's a lot of stuff going on in the NBA. You know, you got Mark Cuban, and he shut down the anthem. And he did just restart it back, but for a few games, he wasn't playing the national anthem. He got a lot of flack for it, and I just want to know, I'm going to go Shatoi way first. I want to know how you feel about that, because we live in a nation, and really every country do this. They stand by their anthems. You know, we stand by our flags. We stand by, being united. How do you feel about him shutting down the national anthem?
Yeah, I mean, when you think about who wrote it, what it stands for, you understand why certain players and certain fans, are against it and don't want to partake in it anymore. I think it's a good idea for it to be removed. I think it was a good choice for him to do it. I think it was great for Adam Silver to allow him to make the choice and not kind of go over his head. But I will say, I'm questionable about the intentions, only because I just think it's just a lot of controversy around it, and I think he's really getting off easy by just saying, well, we just won't do it at all, rather than have to deal with sponsors and have to deal with, he's in Texas, so therefore, what kind of state that is, rather than having to deal with his players saying they're going to take a knee, so he don't have to go against a lot if he just cancels it out. So I think it's just him going ahead and getting off easy, not allowing the players to take a knee and then sponsors be offended or the fans be offended. I am, though, curious to see how it's going to play out when the stadiums get full again, because even though I think by now we don't pay attention to the words anymore anyway, but when you see the players with their hand on their heart and they're getting amped up by the end of the song and the crowd goes wild by the end of the song, to see a whole stadium in unison with their hand to their chest, singing along. You know, I think that's a powerful moment game to game. So it's gonna be interesting to see that momentum gone there. I don't know what they can replace it with, and I don't know exactly what they're gonna do with that, but it's gonna be interesting. But I am for letting it go. I mean, they let it out of schools, you know, things like that. So I think it should be according to, you know, each facility, each game, each coach, whatever, because if schools can take it out and say we're not going to do this, it shouldn't be a big problem.
Before you go, Shawn, because I like that was a powerful statement, and honestly, I didn't even look at it in that deep. That deep into it, because they did take it out to schools.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They took it, you know, some jobs had it before where they took it out of that. And to take it out, you know, I feel like, because again, they took it out because some people say, you know, it's politics. You know, some people say, you know, it's lifting someone else up. It's it's idolizing. So to take it out, I don't think is not a bad thing. I don't think it's terrible. Mark Cuban has a point. I actually like Mark. I love Mark Cuban. You know, that's my guy. And I'm not just agreeing because I like him, but I think, you know, him standing up doing this because nobody else wouldn't do it. And then we do live in a country, if we gonna go politics, we live in a country that say this is a free country. You know what I'm saying? And if we want to express ourselves, let's express ourselves. And he expressed himself, and I feel like what he expressed was actually right. And before you go, this is really what I want to say. I know, you know, our producer came up with something so hot, and he said, "Oh, can we cease?" I already know what you're going to say. You're going to try to steal that shine and act like you was the one that came up with that. So go ahead. I just wanted to tell the world that wasn't your idea. It was his, man. Go ahead, Shawn, man.
First of all, I don't even know what these topics are until I get to the show. So I don't even be knowing. Does it matter to me in regards of who wrote it? No, it does not. I mean, I'm no producer. I'm not Dr. Dre or nobody. So I'm here with y'all in this studio. But in my opinion, when it comes down to this particular subject, I totally agree with Mark Cuban and everything that he's standing for. Although, like you said, this is a free country. You have your right to, you know, have your hand over your heart with this anthem or not. You know, you shouldn't be forced, you know, to be able to take a stance on it and have to go with it. As of lately, you know, as a country, you know, we're very much divided. You know what I'm saying? And it's just past the anthem. It's way more beyond that, you know, with police brutality and just in the judicial system alone. So when it comes to those type of matters, I definitely roll with Mark Cuban on this and his respect on ceasing the anthem.
Most definitely, man. I gotta agree, because, man, you know, a lot of times we'll look too deep into stuff too, and you know, the anthem, you know, like Shatoi said, you know, it gets some players hyped. You know what I'm saying? But some players just be sitting there like, man, come on, I'm ready to go. I got a family to get to. Can we speed this game up? You know, so it kind of pushes the game back. You know, and you know, we've been doing it for years already. So let's move on to something new. It is gonna be hard to replace it, but maybe let's just bring in an artist. You know, they bring a song, one of their songs, kind of like a Super Bowl thing. But they bring one of their songs and they sing their tune and move on. You know, maybe we can do something like that, but it got to be something that's, you know, of course, it has to be something that's appropriate. You know, I ain't coming, we gonna shake our behinds before the games and all that, because it can be kids there and all that stuff. It's a lot of different things, but I do feel like we can replace it with something. It's very replaceable. But I gotta move on. I gotta move on from that. We gotta talk about the Utah Jazz. We gotta talk about the Utah Jazz. They doing good. We've been bypassing them, you know, from the jump. We've been bypassing them. I actually didn't even have them this high before the season. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even gonna cap to you on the show. But they're doing so good right now. They're number one in the West. They're 21-5 right now. They playing crazy. You know, they got your boy Donovan Mitchell over there. I know you like him a little bit, Shawn.
I like
they got us a toy boy, Rudy Gobert. You know, they got some cats over there. And I just wanted to know, man, how y'all feel about them? Do y'all think they can sustain being number one for the rest of this year? And do y'all think they're the biggest threat in the West?
I guess you gonna roll with me first. The biggest threat in the West, I can't definitively say that. I really can't. go with that. Are they playing great ball? Absolutely. They just beat Giannis in the Bucks not too long ago. That was that's not saying nothing. Okay, all right. I guess so. But Donovan and them boys, they balling. Are they a threat? No. Can they take LeBron James 7 games? No. Can they take them 6? It's a possibility. But they're rolling. They're playing great team ball. You know what I'm saying? And as it should be. But when it comes down to with the chip being on the line, I can't necessarily say I can depend on Donovan Mitchell coming through. I can't really go off of that as of right now. So in my opinion, not necessarily. I can't.
So, but I mean, Donovan Mitchell, if we talking Don, he ain't bad in the clutch moments. Like last year in the bubble, it literally came down to the last shot with them versus Denver, like the last shot. And I know he didn't take it because I think they sent a couple double teams at him. He wasn't able to take it, but Conley shot the last shot. But Donovan Mitchell, leading up to it, he had some clutch buckets.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he the biggest threat. I don't think they're the biggest threat. I feel like the Clippers are still, even last year, are still the biggest threat. But I don't believe they're gonna be the number 1 seed that long because LeBron them right behind them. They right behind them. It's still early in the season. I know they're about 30 games in, but they literally right behind them. So and the Clippers. So it's some good teams. I don't think they're gonna probably sustain the rest of the year. I think they might drop to 3, maybe 4. Because it's some great. It's some the West, man. They still stacked. I do think it's even now though, because the East got some ballers now. But
you think West down to the 3rd or the 4th? So who would you have over them? I mean, you got both LAs and who else?
I mean, they might even stay number 2 because the Clippers might not be number 2. The Clippers might stay 3. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the season. Cats feel like Kawhi's a champion just like LeBron. It's the season. See me in the playoffs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm gonna show my work at. So they're probably the only ones. I mean, looking at the standings, I would have to really go back and look at who's up there. I think the Suns, Portland. I don't care about Portland, but the Suns. They got the veteran player in CP3. I was watching them against the Bucks the other night. I don't think they're gonna be a top 3 seed. So they might stay top 3.
So where would you put them in playoff brackets? Are they getting to at least the semis or?
If they play Denver again, no. Only because Denver is like the 7th seed, 6th seed.
They beating Denver.
You crazy.
They beat
Denver.
Go ahead, Shatoi.
They're beating Denver for sure. I think it depends on the way we present. I think it's the way we present the question. I think that are they a championship team? No, I don't believe so. Can they maintain a number 1, number 2 seed? Yes. And those two things are different because clearly the Clippers are a championship team. You have Kawhi Leonard. But do I think they will be a number 1 seed? No, I do not. So, like we said, in regular season and the playoffs, all that matters. I do think that they will maintain their number 1 seed. I believe they're the best right now. They dominate the glass. They dominate the 3-point line. They defend the 3-point line so great. They shoot threes great. It's just so much. Of course, you have Donovan Mitchell. You have Rudy Gobert. You have a 2-time defensive champion. I think he's going to be 3-time. You have Clarkson coming off the bench. He's like a great 6th man. Yes. It's just, I think all around that team has it. But again, it comes down, it's kind of like how I presented with the Bucks and the Chiefs. It's just that I believe they will maintain through the season. But when the pressure is on, do I think they are championship material? Just not yet. I don't think they will take it home. I don't think they can stand a chance against the Lakers or the Clippers. But I think during the regular season, they can maintain the number 1, number 2 seed for sure.
I can't agree with y'all, man. I do agree 20%, but I don't think they're going to beat Denver. You got Jamal Murray. In the playoffs last year, he showed up. Y'all can't lie. Jamal Murray last year, he really pushed himself up on my list in the point guard bracket because he was balling. They made it to the conference finals. They made it the last. No, they didn't make it the year before because they won 7. They forcing game 7s every year, except LeBron and them. I think they only won 6 with them, but they forcing 7s. You know what I'm saying? You go see them boys for 7 games. Jokic is by far box office. To me, Jokic is can possibly be a top 5 player for real.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Agreed.
He passing the ball at the, he's one of the best passers. He can score 2. He can shoot the 3. Jokic is crazy. Y'all think Utah better than them?
Yeah.
Do I feel as of right now, Utah is better than them. Utah is better than them. Now, player versus player, Jokic versus Gobert, Jokic all day. But when we're talking team ball and the way that they're playing with their unit,
everybody's touching the ball.
Exactly.
Everybody's touching the ball.
Jordan, now I will give y'all. Jordan Clarkson is balling.
He is balling.
He's playing on a whole nother level. He doing his thing.
Yeah.
I think he can even you can even argue he most improved. Now, because Detroit got Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant been stepping up. Y'all don't never want to talk about the Pistons, and y'all from Detroit. Jeremy Grant averaging like what 23, 24 a game.
Yeah,
he's doing his thing. Now he might win most improved, but Jordan Clarkson,
he's not going to win most improved.
Jordan Clarkson
KD still may win most improved.
How?
No.
Off an Achilles, though.
Oh my
That
God.
makes no sense. That makes no sense, Sean.
Whoa, a man off
That
an
makes no sense.
Achilles?
Sean, you was doing good this
It makes no
episode. You finally did
No,
good.
it makes no
Jeremy
sense.
Grant, because he's pulling his team to, are they even in playoff? Are they in the top 8?
But most improved has nothing to do with your team record.
So
it has
we're
everything to
just
do with your
talking.
style.
So we just talking statistics of
Yeah.
that person.
Yeah, that's
So what about KD? He's averaging 30.
A player to that caliber, I don't even think he would be up for that. I
He
mean,
averaged 30
it's
before.
not-
But why wouldn't he if he's averaging 30?
okay. Well,
He's averaging 30. He's putting up better numbers than his MVP year.
let me give you a scenario.
And he off an Achilles.
Let me give you a scenario.
Go ahead, what you got?
Stephen Curry, and I ain't no Steph fan. Y'all know that. Stephen Curry in the 2015 season was MVP, right?
Okay.
That next year, he played way better than he did the previous year when he won back-to-back. His second MVP was way better. He could have been in the case for most improved, but they can't give it to him because he's a top caliber
Exactly.
player.
Same thing with Russell Westbrook.
Same thing
thing
with
happened
Russ.
to Russ. They couldn't give it to him the second year.
They could.
But y'all got to consider what this man is doing it with. An Achilles. I gave you numbers from our
not gonna
second
consider
week.
it, Sean.
I gave you numbers from our second week of when people came back from Achilles. Kobe Bryant, DeMarcus Cousins, all those people who came back from Achilles, and they were never the same. KD is playing with an Achilles, and he's doing better.
But most
He's
improved-
times 2.
They're not gonna
No, he's
consider
not.
that.
He averaged 30 before. Multiple times.
Better. He's 31,
He's KD.
86.
Sean, he's
done
KD.
that before.
Oh,
he's
my
Kevin Durant.
God.
If I'm not
KD.
gonna consider it, trust me, they not gonna consider
Yeah,
it.
he's
They not
KD.
gonna consider
He's
it. That's
nothing to
stupid.
consider.
He's still leveled out. That's still the Kevin Durant we know.
So
he's doing good.
So are y'all telling me y'all expected him to come back this way?
No, we didn't. I'm not saying the world expected it. What I'm saying is, okay, though he did it, this is how he's been playing anyway. It's not an improvement.
Yeah.
It's still stagnant. He's still
It's
Kevin
not.
Durant.
He's still Kevin Durant. So
Yeah.
you even after an Achilles, you still expecting him to be Kevin
Are
Durant?
they okay. Since you wanted to bring up seeding, are they number one?
No, they're not number one, and that's why I said okay, and that's when I asked you for clarification. I said if we're talking player by player, then Kevin Durant is definitely in that list.
He's stagnant in points. His record, he's still not the best team in the league, which he was a couple times, but he's still not
He's
the
just
best
good
team in the league.
individual still.
Yeah,
that's
it's the
it.
same thing.
Second best player in
Y'all
the world,
expected him
and
to
that's
be-
it.
You had him averaging 25 and 5, didn't you?
But he's averaged 30 before.
He's
He's averaged 30, but he's times 2 pretty
No,
much
it's not.
from his MVP. He's doing better than his MVP year. His MVP year, he was averaging 47% from the field. He's at like 57 now.
That's
57.
all. That's your
and then not only that, he's averaging 32.
Analytically,
86.
he dropped though. Because this is why though. I know he has James playing with him.
Okay.
Kyrie, who takes a lot of shots.
Yeah.
James has turned into a great point guard for this team. But Sean, man, he has not. I don't feel like he's improved. I feel like, yes, the story is a good story for him to come back and ball off of the craziest injury of all time. But to say he's improved, no, he's still. I really expected Kevin Durant to still be Kevin Durant. 25-5-5 is still Kevin Durant.
That's not Kevin Durant. If you said he was averaging 30, if he's stagnant with 30, that's what you said. So he's actually he would be below him his actual self if he did 25-5-5.
Your story sounds good, Shawn, but I don't think the league is going to consider that story. Man.
He's already being voted. I think he's about top 5 in the most improved vote.
Since we talking Kev though, and this gonna be a Nicole thing every week, but I'm gonna be the one to introduce it. Would you rather? This is what we.
By the way, I wear size large, Nicole.
Would you rather, Shawn, stay loyal to a team and get traded? Stay loyal to a team and get traded, kind of like DeMar DeRozan, or leave a team in free agency and be hated, like Kevin Durant. Which one? How you feel, Shatoi? Which one would you rather?
You know what? I am no longer a Kevin Durant fan because of the move he made. It keeps him from being better than LeBron James because of the move he made. So I'm not with it. I would stay and be loyal and do my best. You have people that have done it. Tim Duncan has done it. You said DeMar DeRozan. We have other people, Vince Carter, people that do it and they stay, they be loyal. I think if Kevin Durant's first move was to a team of his own and he took it somewhere, he wouldn't be faulted as much. I think it's the team he went to. So I don't think it's necessarily he wasn't loyal to OKC. I think we would have accepted him leaving because we understand the frustrations with Russ and that team. And I think we would have understood if he went somewhere, built his own team, or took them, did what LeBron James does year after year, and that's take a whole bunch of pieces and do the best he can and win. I think it's just the way he did it and who he went to. That's why he gets no respect. And that's why he's no longer loved in his own city. LeBron James left and he was able to go back and still be loved and still be respected. KD, it was real suckerish, and then his whole persona around it. It just wasn't good. So I would say stay and be loyal or make the right move when you leave. I think he just made the wrong moves when he left. He just went to the wrong team to play with the best team in the NBA. It just didn't make sense. So, I don't even count his championships. Wow. KD has no championships in my book. Those are Steph's rings, and I'm not with it. Because if KD wasn't on that team, they still would have won. And that's my thing. They still would have won if KD was not on that team. So that's how I look at it. Now, can KD go to what year is that? Is it the 06 Cavs? And win 07 and win? No, so that's my thing. It's just, and that's why it's just so hard for me to put him in, even in a top 2. Sometimes I want to feel like he's the second best player, but I'm kind of LeBron, Kawhi, KD.
Whoa! You just pissed Shawn off, Shatoi.
And I know I'm throwing a curveball. I'm not even going to, Steve, go behind me because I don't want to.
Oh, no. I got a piggyback. You don't have
I think, you got Kawhi. He's a 2. He's the best two-way player. He, it's just great things. It's just, and he's improved. He's the second best player in the league. We're going to give KD number 3. Wow. And KD, I need KD to get some rings of his own. Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead, Steve.
I got you. She the host today. Nicole,
please let me go. Please let me go.
I was having a bad day.
Whole show today.
I was having a bad day, Shawn.
Oh my God.
Until Shatoi said that. My day was going bad. It was a rocky day.
Oh my God.
But when Shatoi just said that, she made my day, man. I ain't even gonna lie.
What you got?
I ain't even gonna lie. Man, look. I like.
You just like when I get pissed off. That's what you like.
I love this, man, because it shows who's loyal with this topic. It shows who's loyal. If I was in a player's shoes, especially being a superstar, of course I would want to stay in a team that's treating me good. That's getting me the pieces I need around me. Of course I'll stay. And with, like she said, with KD's predicament, you got Russ, who you at times you like, come on, man. Yeah. I'm supposed to take the last shot. Come on, man. You know, at this moment, give me the ball. But you know, you a superstar too. Go ahead, do your thing. But you already know how we planning. So if I was in KD's shoes, though, I probably would have left. But I wouldn't have left to a 73-9 team, considered the greatest team of all time. I wouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
A team that just beat me in Game 7, and I was up 3-2 against them. I was supposed to be in the finals anyway, but y'all beat me, and I'm gonna go join a person that beats me. Shawn, see, you do it all the time in pickup ball when we at the parks. You know what I'm saying? You will lose. You know, you call next. And you would go join the squad that just beat you. So I know you gonna agree with the move KD made. It's you, man. That's what y'all do. I don't agree with it, man. I don't agree. So I'll rather, of course, stay loyal. But if I'm not liking it there, you know, and I get traded, I mean, you know, in free agency, I made up my mind to go to a team. You know, that's not a bad idea as well. But as long as you go to a team, that ain't the best squad in the world that just beat you. It was the softest move. Stephen A. said it all the time. The softest move ever in sports. Ever.
Yeah.
You finished? You done? Shatoi, are you done? I will give you the floor for anything else you need to say. Because you know I'm coming back at you, right? You do know that.
I mean, he's still chasing it.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
you know, he's trying to get another, you know, he's looking for another Stephen Clay. He's still doing it. Just show us that you're great. Show us that you're better than King James. Show us he's still doing it. You about to have Kyrie and James Harden. You're looking like Steph, Clay, and KD all over again. But go ahead, Shawn.
Were you a KD fan before he moved there? Oh, I'm sorry. Were you a LeBron fan before he made that move? Were you a LeBron fan?
Yes.
You're still a LeBron fan.
Yes.
So, my thing is this. So, only thing that puts KD beyond or under LeBron James is the fact that he went to the Golden State Warriors, where he was named Finals MVP, took the biggest shots on LeBron James, and not only that, he was the reason that they won that series. If KD was not there and LeBron was fully loaded with Kyrie Irving and with Kevin Love, you really feel like the Golden State Warriors would have been able to win that game? Because mind you, the year before that, they just blew the 73-9. They blew that. They blew 72 and what was it?
73-9.
73-9. So I was right. 73-9. They already lost from that. So you really feel like they would have came without KD, even if KD wasn't there, they would have still won the championship without Kevin Durant being on that team?
Absolutely.
How?
What Steph Curry did was show true leadership. He allowed KD to come to a team, take over his team. He took a back seat to KD, and he kind of shrunk himself a little bit and allowed KD to be him.
Okay, so
if KD was not there, Steph Curry
Okay.
would have shown up. Klay Thompson would have shown up, and they would have did what they've always done. I believe it would have been a back and forth. You know, it could have went either way, but there's still a big possibility that they would have won. But he let KD be KD. Steph Curry let KD be KD, and that's the only reason.
How? And they allow LeBron James to come back from a 3-1 that has never been done. In Cleveland, that has never been done. How can you definitively say that? Not only that, that 72, that team was never the same after once KD got there. Bogut wasn't the same as who he had. They still didn't have all those other people. They didn't have the same team. That's what I'm saying. You cannot do that same. You cannot have that same exact team and think that you're going to still make it to the championship and win it. Not only that. Think about all the pieces that they had. They had Andrew Bogut, Sean Livingston, and what's the other one? Matt Barnes. All of those, Jordan Bell, Andre. They were, but at the same time, they were not going to still do. They wasn't going to do it without KD. You got to understand. Not only that, let me ask you this. So if Stephen Curry went to OKC, then what? If Stephen Curry was the one to go to OKC and KD still win those same exact chips, what's your reasoning? Does that put him over LeBron James because he didn't leave?
Wait, how are we saying this?
I'm giving you the reversal. I'm giving you the reversal.
instead of KD leaving OKC,
Yes.
if Steph goes and join him in OKC and they win, is it the same?
Do you
It
still
still
count
makes-
LeBron rings? Do
it-
you still?
It still makes. Are we talking about KD or LeBron? Is what I'm trying to understand.
We're talking about KD.
Okay, because if Stephen Curry goes to OKC and KD is still there,
Yes.
with Russ,
Yes.
it still does not put KD where people are trying to put him because it's proving that he cannot do it. He does. He
But
cannot.
what if he would have did it that
he
time
can't
with
lead
Stephen
a
Curry?
team. It would have proved that he needed another piece. LeBron,
Oh my God!
it's been time and
You're
time
one of those
again
fans?
that LeBron
Oh
has
my
not needed
God.
other pieces. It's been too many times. KD cannot do it by himself. He cannot lead a team. That is how I think of a GOAT, a best player in the world. That's how I look at Jordan. That's how I look at Kobe. That's how I look at LeBron. KD cannot lead a team to a championship.
So
in my
if KD
opinion.
was to recruit like LeBron James, would you put KD over LeBron?
No, it makes no sense. It's still
Why?
making
Whoa. LeBron is the best recruiter in sports. So if KD was to recruit like LeBron James and he was to have X amount of championships, let's say 5, does that put him over LeBron James?
Not at all.
Oh my
It's not
God!
happening.
This is exactly what the problem that I have with LeBron James fans. Y'all just love him. The greatest thing about LeBron James is durability. I will give him that. But he is not the greatest scorer ever. He is not the greatest passer ever. I mean, anything else you want to argue, he's not the greatest free throw shooter ever.
He's not the greatest
come on
individual,
now.
anything maybe, but he is the greatest player. He is the greatest player.
He's the greatest player in what?
And he's
In
the
what?
greatest leader of a team.
So he's greater than Michael Jordan?
I've never seen anybody lead a team like LeBron.
Oh my God!
I've never
What
seen-
about Jordan?
LeBron.
What about Kobe?
You want to know what? Let me tell you
Look at
why.
what Kobe had. Kobe
No.
had nobody. He had no he
wanna-
had one Hall of Famer, and it
You
was
want to know
Paul
the
Gasol.
difference, Sean? LeBron James is the coach of any team he is on.
Oh,
he
my
is the
God.
player and the coach.
And-
he
but
is
see,
the
that's
coach
my- but see, that's
and
my-
the player.
but
His
see, but-
IQ is
but-
out of the
but see-
world. The only IQ I know bigger is Rondo. But yeah, I mean it's crazy. So you don't have KD is just a player. He's just a player.
So
That's
if he
all
recruited
has.
like LeBron James and he had all of those pieces and he got a Kevin Love and he had a Chris Bosh and he went and got a D-Wade, you would still put KD lesser than. So it's no argument I can make that would ever put KD over LeBron for you.
But that's a lot of his. He doesn't recruit well. He doesn't recruit well.
And I understand that. And I understand
He's
that.
not
but
a
that's,
leader. He doesn't know how to build a team. He don't know what the pieces that
But
he needs.
every star player isn't a great leader. Giannis isn't a great leader. He's a great player. He's not a great leader.
But
Chris
when you're
Paul,
talking about
Chris
being
Paul's a
the
great
greatest.
leader. He's not a great player. So it's gonna be that opposite up and down.
Chris
I
Paul.
go?
Chris Paul
Can I
is a
go?
great leader. But go ahead.
Chris,
Yeah.
Chris Paul is. That's
Paul's
what
a
I
great
say. Chris
leader.
Paul is a great leader,
Yeah.
but he's not the best player.
I
That's what
want to
say.
go because I'm sitting here watching Shatoi eat you up.
She's not. She's
You-
not because
every
it's
time Kevin
it's no.
Durant come up, you don't know how to
Listen,
defend
this
your
is my
guy.
thing. This is
Let me defend him.
No. Hold on. Because this is my thing. I can't argue with a LeBron James fan if KD was doing everything the exact same way or even better than LeBron James, it's no argument I can make. It's no argument. It's just like y'all argument that I argue with Kobe Bryant. I feel like no matter what you say, nobody is over Kobe Bryant to me. I mean, I may give you a slight edge and say Jordan may equal him, but I'll never say nobody is greater than him.
All right.
So my thing is with LeBron James fan, it's just no argument because it's an ongoing argument. If KD was to recruit like LeBron, it still don't make him better than. He ain't got championships and hit the biggest shot in some of the biggest shots in the world. He's still not better than him. He's a way greater scorer than him.
He's a
way
great
greater
scorer.
free throw shooter than him. I mean, what else do you want him to say? He doesn't galvanize his team the best. No, we've never really seen it. But a lot of great players don't do that as well. Also, you can talk about the Detroit Pistons. Some of them, who was the best player on that team? Who was the best player on that team?
Chauncey, no?
Yeah, what 04 now?
Chauncey?
Oh, okay, but and that's the same exact way when it comes to LeBron James. LeBron James, I will give him GM status. I will give him that. But as far as him being over KD in any aspect other than durability, I'll give him that as well. But as far as him being better than Kevin Durant, LeBron James isn't coming off an Achilles and averaging 30.
Oh, Craig.
Averaging 30? No, he's not.
Oh, wait.
Averaging 30?
Playing
Come
his
on,
best
man.
in the 16th
He's
season.
not. He is
I ain't
not
winning
going
like
to be
10
the
minutes.
greatest.
Can I
No, you're not going to go. Back to you,
He's been
Shatoi.
playing his best in like the 66. Like I don't think Kevin Durant will last that long. You know, I just think I'm not LeBron James. Do I have problems? I have problems with his babying and his crying and his whining. Those kind of things irritate me. But the thing is, when you're talking about greatest of all time, I think everything must matter.
Thank
so
you.
you're talking
Everything like
about
what?
you keep talking about individual accolades with KD. Yes, he's the best shooter. Yes, he shoots better free throws. But when you put it all together, you're talking about who is the greatest of all time or the best player in the NBA. You have to put all things into perspective. And LeBron James has at least a piece of everything.
That's
where
the-
KD he may have a lot of one, but he's missing this and missing that.
what?
LeBron James has a piece of everything.
Let me tell you something, John. Let's we gonna talk about year 18 of LeBron right now. LeBron is even with him and percentage behind the 3-point line, behind the arc. He's hitting the three now.
Okay.
He's been doing that for the last few
Okay.
seasons.
Okay.
His free throws haven't went up. He's a better passer than Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Arguably, when it's time for lockdown. Now, I will say for the last few seasons, LeBron has taken off on the defensive end. And he's admitted that he's taken off on the defensive end. But if we talking defense for real, prime LeBron, first stints in Cleveland, back when he was going up against Paul Pierce and the boys in Boston, and Orlando with Dwight Howard, Kobe in LA.
You talking about what, 2007?
No.
2006?
10 years ago, 2010.
That's what I'm saying.
He was still in
Is that what you?
Cleveland.
Is
He was still in
that
Cleveland.
Is that what you want
He
to
was
talk
still in
about?
Cleveland.
What did he do
He
against
had
KD on the
defense.
biggest stage in the world?
You can't nobody. Michael Jordan, a great defender,
Right.
a defensive player of the year,
Right.
can't stop Kevin Durant. Kawhi can't stop Kevin
LeBron
Durant.
James ran away from those assignments.
No,
That's
he was right there. That's
He
it.
took the pick from Stephen Curry. What are you talking about?
Son.
Did he not?
He
Did he
took-
not? He did not
Who
say
did
I
Kevin
got
Durant-
him like you see
Kevin
how
Durant-
Kobe
He
did.
did.
You see
KD
how
did
Kobe
say
did
it.
LeBron James in the
He did.
All-Star
Yeah,
game?
he
What did he
did.
say?
He said,
I
I got
want
him.
him.
He
I
did.
want him. I'm checking.
How easy is that when you have Steph to lean on for a jump
Exactly.
shot, Clay to lean on to get open?
Exactly.
You still
They
got
were horrible that game. They had Steph Curry had like 12 points.
He don't play great
That
in
one
the
game.
play.
It was the biggest game.
He don't play great in the championship.
It was the
I will say
closing
that.
game.
But it's easy still, Sean. Come on, let's be real.
Everything
It's
is on
easy
LeBron.
to take off when everything is on LeBron. Kyrie a knucklehead. Kevin Love was a spot-up shooter. He was not the Kevin Love of Minnesota. So stop talking about that. Another thing is LeBron didn't recruit D-Wade and Chris Bosh.
At all.
They met up. It was not a
Okay.
recruit. Now, he did recruit when he got back to Cleveland. He started
Absolutely.
recruiting everybody.
Absolutely.
I ain't going to lie about that.
Absolutely.
But you can't say that. Just like Anthony Davis and LeBron, they met up. It was not so much of a recruit. Anthony Davis came the year after, but LeBron was hurt the year before. So, and this is to make your argument clear. If you want to argue against Shatoi, let me show you how to argue against
What you
Shatoi.
got? What you
I
got?
got you. The next season, when LeBron was hurt, he didn't make it to the playoffs in LA, his first season in LA. They still make it, the Golden State Warriors still make it to the NBA Finals, right? They go up against Kawhi and the Toronto Raptors. Kevin Durant gets hurt. That should have been your point to say they still couldn't do it without Kevin Durant. That showed that they needed Kevin Durant to win just like they won in 17 and 18.
Okay.
That showed that they needed Kevin Durant because they lost to the Toronto Raptors who really only had Kawhi. Siakam stepped up. Kyle Lowry, shaky. You know what I'm saying? You got Van Fleet off the bench, but you still was going against a former MVP in Steph, who was typically a top 3 player at that time in the league after KD and LeBron and, sort of Kawhi. They had Klay Thompson, who balled in that series, Toronto versus Golden State. He was balling until he got hurt. That should have been your
My
argument.
thing was I was leaving the KD versus LeBron comparison and their matchups, not necessarily going over their overall.
No, I'm only saying that because
overall.
you brung up the previous season when they lost without KD, saying they would have needed in the 73 and 9,
No.
saying they needed him to back up your case. You should have brung up the Toronto, but you
I
sat
don't
there and
need
let
that. I don't
Shatoi
need
eat
that.
you
I
up,
don't
and you didn't
need
even
that.
bring up
When it comes
the fact
to-
that he got the Achilles injury in that championship. You do need it because truth of the matter, if you don't bring that up, she's right because here we go. Who's the better team? regardless without Kevin Durant or not, who's the better team? The Golden State Warriors were still better than that Cleveland Cavalier team. So to add the second best player in the world, some say argue the best player in the world, Kevin Durant, to add him to that team, it's a landslide. We knew who was going to win. They only, in them 2 years, they only played, 9 games? In 2 series, they played 9 games. They swept them the first year and beat them. They only let them go to game 5. The first year they went to game 5. The second year they swept them. They only played 9 games.
You know what's crazy?
What?
We're not even on topic no more.
I know we not because of you.
No, first of all, no, she did not eat me up because you can't argue with a LeBron fan no matter how much you can say about
because
Kevin
you know what
Durant.
it is. You know what it is about LeBron? It's facts.
What's facts? Wait, what's facts?
It's facts. You can't argue against this guy. He's one of the
just
greatest
great.
passers, top 3.
He's
He's a great scorer. He's
already
already he's number 3 in the scoring
overall, LeBron James is great. I'm not knocking that. No, her argument was he will never surpass LeBron. KD could never surpass LeBron James. And she takes away his rings. That's where the disrespect comes from. Now you can't say that. How can you take away rings from a team who lost 73-9 and went to go get KD in order for them to get over the hump the next 2 years? You can't say that.
Without KD in that series, it would have been an ongoing back and forth between the Cavs and the Golden State. It would have kept going each way. It would have kept going and going. It just would have been that. So to add KD on both ends, to me, I did not agree with it. But what I'm saying is, even if you do them individually, can't shine. Does KD on the Cavaliers in place of LeBron do the same thing LeBron James does
with Kevin Love and Kyrie and them boys?
In all of those years. I'm talking about in all the years. Does he take them to the finals every year?
And lead in every statistical
Does
category.
he do that every year? Do he take them every year? And do he win those rings? And do he take them every year? Does Kevin Love does KD do that?
He's just saying. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
If that's the case, he could have took OKC.
Thank you.
How when you playing with Westbrook? How when you playing with Westbrook?
We got to the Western Conference Finals like 4 years.
Westbrook was the worst teammate at the time.
Okay. I'm about to go against you right here.
All right,
because now you're talking about my boy.
No, because you know I don't like him. Come on.
If you can make it to the Western Conference Finals with Russell Westbrook, you can make it to that's 1 series away.
Yeah.
He was 1 game away twice against San Antonio one year when he lost in Game 7, and then against Golden State when he lost in Game 7. You're 1 game away twice with Russell Westbrook, the one you saying you can't win with. Yeah. He made it that far. How you can't make it to 1 more series
because
and then close it?
Is not a great teammate to play with.
Yes, he is. Go watch that Game 7. No, listen. Go watch that game. He's older now. He's 32.
Okay,
go watch Game 7. Go watch Game 7 against Golden State. Westbrook literally kept giving it to Kevin Durant to close the deal. It was Kevin Durant versus versus the Golden State Warriors. I will say that. He kept saying, "Here, this is your moment." Because I don't want this. I don't want this. I swear to God, if you rewatch it, go rewatch that. Please just rewatch the whole game. Westbrook kept giving. Now Westbrook helped him a little bit, but he kept giving it to KD like, here, because I know what the media gonna say if I take the most shots. Here you go. This on you. What was Kevin Durant doing? Nothing.
So why is he faulted because he didn't want to play with Russell Westbrook though? Because that's a lot of what everybody's argument is.
He came out and said that never was the problem. He never said that I didn't want to play with Russ. That's my brother. They still cool to them. They laugh at the game. That's my brother. He said I just wanted to play with Golden State. They welcomed me. They looked fun to play with. They shared the ball. They shooting the 3. They having fun. They were a team of showmen. So this is why he really went to Golden State.
So if that's the reason, what you saying all of that, and that's what he's saying, because I didn't hear that. And if with him saying all of that, how can you still take those rings away?
I take them away because I say, if he was not there, they still could have won. Golden State still could have won. So that's just all I'm saying. I'm saying they did not need Kevin Durant to beat the Cavs because they could have beat the Cavs, or they could not have. That's just something that it was just between the Cavs and Golden State. It should have just stayed between them. They did not need Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant needed them. Kevin Durant would not have any rings if he was not a part of the Golden State Warriors. If he never joined the Golden State Warriors, would Kevin Durant have a championship ring right now?
It depends on what team he goes to. I don't know what team he goes to.
Name a team that he goes to.
Name a team that he goes to.
Name a team that he goes to where he wins.
I can argue the Spurs. I can argue the Spurs.
He's at the top.
How?
Because
Kawhi at that time.
Tim Duncan was still playing.
But y'all said any team with Golden State. So what is
this the difference? This the difference, though. This the difference.
Now what's up?
KD went to go to join somebody who was also in the top 5 players
already
with him.
Okay.
LeBron had Kevin Love, was not top 5.
Nah.
Kyrie was not top 5. That's the difference. Now you can argue because LeBron is on his decline barely. He's on his decline. He's with a top 5 player in Anthony Davis. You can argue that. But
Kawhi wasn't even what we know him as today.
Yes, he was.
He already won MVP. He already won the MVP.
I understand that. That same Golden State Warrior team with KD that in game one. Go ahead.
In game one, that's a few years later. We're talking about when he was on the Spurs. But we talking about when he was on the Spurs.
That was that year. He would have been.
But listen, that same year with that same. Oh, you talking about when he got hurt?
Yeah, he would have been with that Kawhi.
With that Kawhi. But at that time, that Kawhi was not who he is today. He was a defensive stopper back then.
That's the same Kawhi.
No,
that's 3 years ago.
That's when our argument has started about Kawhi.
So you mean to tell me this is the same Kawhi that was the same Kawhi then 3 years ago?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Kawhi does not. Kawhi don't have the same defense that he used to have, and his offense. Wait. His defense has gotten worse, but his offense has gotten better. Back then, his defense was better, but his offense wasn't. I'm not gonna say it wasn't worse, but it wasn't. But it wasn't what it was. So exactly. So that's my point.
So again, he's the same player. The roles are switched like this.
Literally.
Defense went up.
That's
defense went down. Offense went up.
Yeah,
but literally, he's still the same.
But how would that still be back? So if KD would have won 2 chips with that team, you still would count that against him as well?
Hey man, our producer getting mad.
You would still count that.
Hold
on. So you would still take those 2 rings away from him, even if he joined Popovich?
If he joined Pop, I wouldn't because
I didn't take away no
rings. Ginobili and Tim Duncan were on the decline. They were about. Was Tony Parker still there? They were like all going.
TP was still there.
They kind of were all going into retirement. They were like all going into retirement.
But Tony Parker, I think, had just left too because he went to the Hornets.
No, he stayed.
Or was that the year after?
Tony and Manu was still there. Because remember, Manu got that block.
But what year did Tony leave?
Like about.
Was that 17?
The year
Kawhi won?
Kawhi won.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I would count it. I probably still would say, hey, the Spurs didn't need KD.
Yeah.
You know, but.
My God. Don't nobody. Wait, so you would argue that the Spurs don't need KD, yet they could have won those championships against Golden State Warriors with KD being on the Warriors. So this is what I'm saying. Let me go back because I probably could have messed you up a little bit. So you saying they could have won without KD, right?
The Golden State Warriors.
No. I'm talking about the Spurs. When you was just talking about the Spurs.
Yes, the Spurs can win without KD. The Spurs can win without KD.
Yeah.
Then if
they're a winning
why
team.
didn't they do it though?
They're a winning
Kawhi
team.
had got hurt in game 1 of the second.
He was killing Kawhi, as you can see, even that very next year.
Crazy.
No.
He was.
Yeah, in game 1, just like Kawhi was killing him in game 1.
I can make that argument that KD. That could have been their best one game. They wouldn't have closed it.
Exactly. You cannot keep putting KD on these great teams. Put him on a team like LeBron had with the Cavaliers, and then tell me he wins.
Yeah, because can't nobody do LeBron.
If KD went to Washington and won 2 chips, would you give him?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But man, we gotta wrap it up.
I ain't even give my take on it. You know what? Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. That's crazy.
That's where it's at.
We love y'all, man. We thank Shatoi for coming. She gonna be back multiple times. We gotta bring her back. We got to bring her back on the show. She did great. She ain't shine up today. I'm so disappointed that he lose You like 0-4 this month, man. This is great. You like 0-4, but man, we thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for another edition of Triple Double, man. Love